Hello everybody, in this video we will see a question based on isometric projection combination of solids. Question is, a hemisphere of diameter 60 mm is placed over a cylinder of diameter 40 mm and height 70 mm with its flat face touching the top face of the cylinder. Draw the isometric projection of the combination of solids. Mark distribution is, drawing the initial position, plan and elevation 4 marks, 2 marks each. Isometric projection with isometric scale 10 marks. Dimensioning and neatness 1 mark, total 15 marks. Now since it's a hemisphere placed over a cylinder with its flat face touching the top face of the cylinder, the front view is a combination of solid like this. First you draw a cylinder of cylinder. Since it is resting on the base, the front view will be a rectangle of height 70 mm and width 40 mm. So draw a rectangle of 40 by 70 and draw the center line like this. Now over that you want to draw the hemisphere with a diameter 60 mm. So you just extend this line like this. Then from this point as center and radius as 30 mm, you draw a semicircle. Okay, so you'll get that semicircle. So you can draw the front view of the combination of the solids, that is a cylinder and hemisphere like this. Front view like this. Okay, a rectangle and a semicsphere like this. Do the dimensioning of the rectangle also 70 and radius of this semicsphere. Now top view will be, so in top view this cylinder is not visible, so you draw a circle of diameter or radius 20 mm or diameter 40 mm. Since it is not visible, you want to use dotted lines to show that 20 mm radius circle with a dotted line. Okay, mark the radius as 20. Now in top view you can see this semicsphere or hemisphere. So you draw that top view, the hemisphere will be a circle. So you draw that circle of radius 30 mm. So concentric circles, top view will be two concentric circles. One is 30 mm radius, another one is 20 mm radius. The inner radius is dotted line because it is not visible in top view. So that is the front view and top view. Now to draw the isometric projection, since it's an isometric projection, you want to use isometric scale. So to draw isometric scale, first you draw a line, base line, then from there you draw two lines at 30 degrees and 45 degrees, and on 45 degree line you mark 1, 2, 3 like that, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter like that, and name it as 1, 2, 3 etc. Since we have 70 centimeters, so this line should be of 70, maximum of 70 mm length. That's enough. Now from there each point you draw perpendicular lines to meet the baseline. So now this line cuts the 30 degree line at points 1, 1 2 3 etc. So you can see the actual dimension is marked on the 45 degree line, whereas isometric dimension is marked on the 30 degree line. So on the 30 degree line you can get isometric dimensions. Now to draw the isometric projection, you want to use isometric scale, that is this scale, this 30 degree the scale which is marked on the 30 degree line. Now here the diameter of the circle is 40 mm. So you draw the reference line, a base line, and mark a point there. And see, here it is 40 mm is the radius diameter. So take 40 mm from here, 40 mm from this 30 degree line. So that is the dimension from this corner to 4 dash. That dimension 40, isometric scale 40 mm or 40. You mark here and here this side at 30 degrees. These angles are 30 degrees. Now after drawing that, you draw this is 40 isometric scale, that is from 0 to 4 dash dimension. That dimension you mark this side, and same dimension you mark towards this side at 30 degrees. This angle is 30 degrees. Okay, now through this point you draw a line parallel to this line like this, and through this point you draw a line parallel to this line to meet this point here. Okay, now after drawing this, after getting this point, you want to draw here. You got this rhombus. Now you have this you have 4 lines here. So mark all the midpoint of each and every line. All the 4 lines you mark midpoints. Now you have here, you mark midpoint of this line, midpoint of this line and this line. Okay, here you got 4 midpoints, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now after marking those 4 midpoints, what you want to do is, here you have these 2 corners are close and these 2 corners are at some distance far. So consider these 2 close corners. So one close corner, you want to draw a line at to the this close corner. You have to this close corner you have 2 opposite lines. So from this corner you draw a line to the midpoint of the opposite line. You want to draw a line from here to midpoint. In the same corner, you draw the line to the other line also. Okay, midpoint of the other line. Now consider this corner. From here you draw line to the opposite line. This is opposite line midpoint. Another line here, you have this line. So from this corner you draw this corner opposite line midpoint. Okay, so you got these four lines, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you have this meeting point here. This line and this line meets here. So at that point, that meeting point is radius. You want to draw an arc of this distance. Okay, this dimension radius, this point is center, and this dimension is radius. You draw an arc like this. Okay, now here this two lines meets here. So that these two lines meet here. So that point is center, and this has radius. You draw an arc like this. Okay, so you got two arcs. Now from this point is center, and this point is this distance is radius. You draw an arc, continuous arc like this. Similarly, this point is radius, and this point is center, and this has radius. You draw another arc, so you can get this ellipse. Okay, now what you want to do is you project all these points to the here you have the height of the cylinder is 70 mm. So from all these four corners you draw straight lines, so that from this corner you draw 70 mm line. Another corner, this corner you draw 70 mm line. 70 mm should be isometric scale. So this distance, okay, to this distance from this corner to 7 dash, that is 70 mm in isometric dimension. So instead of this 70 mm, actually you want to use 70 here. Okay, distance from this point to this 30-degree line, 70 mm you want to consider. Okay, from this corner to 70, take this dimension from here to here, and that dimension you mark straight upwards. From here also draw a line of same dimension. From this corner also you draw a line like this. Okay, now from this corner also you draw a line like this. So you will get 4 points here. Connect that, you will get another rectangle here. So in that rectangle also you want to draw a similar circle using the same method. Okay, from this corner you draw a line to the opposite line midpoint. From this corner you draw another line to the opposite line midpoint. Similarly here also opposite line midpoint and opposite line midpoint. Then meeting point, you take that radius, draw an arc here. So same procedure you want to repeat here. Okay, now so you got two ellipse, one here and one here. So the upper ellipse is a dotted line. Okay, now you want to draw the hemisphere. To draw the hemisphere dimension is 30 mm is the radius. So from you want to draw, or you want to offset all these lines 30 mm. So you want to do, you extend this line like this, 30 mm, 10 mm. Okay, 20 minus 20, this is 20 mm. So 20 minus 10, 30 minus 20 is 10. So take this 10 here, this dimension 10, isometric scale 10, extend this line to this side, extend this line to that side. So and this line to this side 10 mm, this line to this line side. So in that way you can get parallel lines at a distance of 10 mm, 10 isometric distance. Okay, this distance from here to here, that is isometric distance. So you want to draw a parallel line at 10 distance away. Here also 10 mm away, and here also 10, and here also 10. So you'll get another box here. So in that box you want to repeat the same ellipse, same here you have a box. In that box you want to draw lines from this corner to opposite line midpoint, from here to opposite line midpoint, from this corner to opposite line midpoint, and from this corner to opposite line midpoint. So you'll get some lines here. So meeting point is center, same procedure you want to draw, and you can draw another ellipse, bigger ellipse inside that bigger rectangle. Now after getting that ellipse in the bigger rhombus, what you want to do is take this point as center and this point as radius. This point as radius, you draw an arc like this, So this point as center and this larger dimension as radius, major axis as radius. Okay, you just draw an ellipse like this. Ellipse, you got an ellipse here. So major axis of that ellipse as radius, and this point as center, you just draw an arc like this. So you can get the hemisphere upper portion. So and whatever portion is coming inside this ellipse, okay, inside that you will be dotted line. So you have to use all this curve and this entire ellipse, and the portion of the cylinder which is coming inside that also should be dotted line. So that's how you draw a isometric projection of combination of solids. Hope you understood this diagram how to draw. Thank you very much for watching this. Thank you very much.